Our second example, Bruce hit a golf ball with a velocity of 72 meters per second squared. Write a quadratic model to represent the situation as a function of time. Okay, so first of all, we're working with meters. So our A value is negative 4.9. We have a velocity of 72 times time. And look, the ball is being hit from the ground. So here our y-intercept is 0. The y-intercept represents the initial height. In this case, it is 0. The vertex represents the amount of seconds it takes for the ball to reach the maximum height. That is your vertex. And my zeros represent when the ball is on the ground. The ball is on the ground initially, and then again when it lands. Oops. It's been a little sputtery. Okay, the initial height of the ball, it is 0, 0. In 0 seconds, it's 0 meters. What is the maximum height of the ball? So we need our vertex, the y part of your vertex. So first we have to have the x value, the seconds, because we have to have this value to plug into our function. So we're going to have negative b over 2 times a. And when we divide that out, we get, and we're going to round to the 10th, 7.3. So about 7.3 seconds is when the ball reaches the maximum height. Now let's plug it into our function. So 7.3 squared times negative 4.9 plus 72 times 7.3. And I roughly get 264, and I got 0.479, so I'm going to round to 0.5. So when I plug in the amount of seconds it takes to reach the maximum height, I get a height of 264.5 meters. What is the height in 5 seconds? So this time we're looking for height, and we're plugging in 5 for our seconds. So negative 4.9 times 5 squared is 25, plus 72 times 5 gives us 237.5 meters. Okay, how many seconds will it take to reach the maximum height? Again, we've already found that. It was the x part of our vertex, so 7.3 seconds. Now we need to know how many seconds it will take for the ball to land. So we know the ball started on the ground, so one root will be 0, and the other one we'll find out how many seconds it takes. Negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4 times my a times c. What are you going to notice right here? We'll get to that in just a second. Times 2 times a. So this is kind of nice here, because we just have 72 squared. I do not know that, so I'm going to calculate that. I get 5,184, which we really probably didn't have to do because we're about to take the root of that. Now, we usually establish our operation, but we're multiplying by 0 here, so all that wipes out. And then on the bottom we have negative 9.8. Now we just squared 72 to get 5,184, so when we take the root, we're going to get back 72. So we have our two equations. You see, this is going to give us our, well, let's just keep going. So that's one equation. This one is what's going to give us our 0. Okay, so on this top one, negative 72 plus 72 gives me 0. So that gives me 0. That is our initial height. It's where it started. So, and then when we calculate this one, when we add this, we get negative 144 over negative 9.8. And when we divide this, we get about 14.7. So it takes the ball about 14.7 seconds to hit the ground.